The Knovada Hospital Management System is an integrated information system which allows healthcare institutions to manage their operation and serve patients better. It is fully customizable, web-based electronic medical record software (EMRS). As a hospital administrator who performs the management functions of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling and coordinating, our hospital management system provides the necessary functions to address these issues. The hospital management system provides the ability to manage patient information, field display information, patient room display information, pharmacy information, housekeeping services, room administration, hospital maintenance, inventory management, asset management, and hospital reporting. Our hospital management system provides a patient management system that provides complete assistance in patient management. In the module of the patient management system, there is a facility to register patients, check patients in for their appointments, view appointment schedules and search for existing patients. The patient management system maintains detailed information regarding the patient's health condition. The system provides the ability to create a walk-in or phone patient appointments. The first step is to determine if the patient has been seen before or is a new patient. If they are a new patient, then you can add the patient to the system. If the patient has been seen before, you can click on the Find Existing Patient tab and search for the patient and fill in the necessary information to find the patient. Once the patient has been found or added to the system, you can continue making the patient's appointment. In our example, we searched for existing patients. We then selected our patient to continue the appointment process. We can now verify the patient information and payment information. Depending upon the method used to pay for the appointment, the patient may be sent to see the cashier before being able to complete the appointment process. Now we can continue the appointment process. We can select the office in which the patient will be seen, the appointment department, the reason for the visit, any comments, and the medical professional. Select the date and time for the appointment. If the medical professional already has appointments on this day, those times would be blocked out. You will receive an acknowledgement that the appointment has been made and the date and time will be displayed. When a patient has arrived for their appointment, you will use the patient check-in process to check them in. If a patient has been staying at the hospital, when they are being released, you will use the checkout process to verify all things necessary have been completed. This also includes billing, which we will show later in the presentation. You can use the scheduled appointments to view a medical professional scheduled appointments for a specific day. We will now discuss finding patients and viewing patient details. By clicking on the Finding Patients, this screen is displayed which allows you to search for a patient. Once you have completed the search, the patients that meet the entered search criteria are displayed. You can click on An Patient to view their detailed information. You can view the patient's vital information that were collected from the patient appointments. You can also view the observations that were noted during the patient's visits. View the patient's medical records information and any current medicines the patient is taking. The patient appointment history and any known health issues are available to the medical staff. The patient's past surgeries and known allergies can also be viewed. Lab tests and patient billing can also be viewed along with updating the patient information. If the person entering the information is designated as a lab technician, they will also be able to enter the lab results. This screen displays the patient's vitals which were collected during the patient appointment. You can record the patient blood pressure, weight, pulse, respiratory rate, temperature, and as the patient is a smoker and other patient vitals information. This screen displays the patient observations which were collected during the patient appointment. You can enter recommended therapies, if follow-up visit is recommended and if so, the date of the follow-up visit. You can also record any prescribed medicines the patient is taking. You can also collect additional patient observation history such as family history of illnesses and which family member along with intake risk assessment information. You can also collect additional patient medical records information such as breast cancer, skin cancer, thyroid disease, depression and other medical information. If you are a lab technician, you can add test results, enter or update CBC values, enter or update blood chemistry values, enter or update immunoglobulin levels, and manage lab tests. This screen shows the test results for the patient's complete blood count CBC values. This screen shows how to enter the test results for the patient's complete blood count CBC values, which you can enter if you are designated as a lab technician. This screen shows the test results for the patient blood chemistry test. This screen shows how to enter the test results for the patient's blood chemistry, which you can enter if you are designated as a lab technician. This screen shows the test results for the patient's immunoglobulin levels. This screen shows how to enter the test results for the patient's immunoglobulin levels, which you can enter if you are designated as a lab technician. This screen displays how tests can be updated or added. This screen shows the test results for the patient tests that have been added to the system. We will now discuss patient billing. This screen displays the patient billing information. You will notice that all services that were provided to the patient are listed. If the standard price for the service has been entered, that information will be displayed in the bill. The billing analyst can then complete all of the billing information and save the billing information. When filling in the billing information, the system will verify the charges and payments for each individual service. If the numbers do not add up correctly, a message indicating that there is a mistake will be displayed. Once all of the information has been entered correctly, the billing analyst can save the billing information and then click on the Generate Patient Bill button, which will generate a bill that can be saved as a PDF file or printed and given to the patient. This screen shows the information after all of the necessary billing information has been entered. You can now click on the Generate Patient Bill button, which will display a patient bill. This displays the patient bill, which can be saved as a PDF file or printed and given to the customer. We will now discuss the Field Display Settings function. This function allows you to configure what fields are displayed in specific functions within the system. You have the ability to select which fields will be displayed in patient demographic and general information, patient vitals, family history, intake risk assessment. You can also add standard charges for tests. We will now discuss the Room Display Settings function. This function allows you to configure what fields are displayed when administering room information. This screen displays some of the fields that you can determine should be or not be displayed when administering room information. The equipment can also be integrated with the Asset Management System for additional tracking capabilities. We will now discuss the Pharmacy feature in the Hospital Management System. By clicking on the Over-the-Counter Medicine button, this screen will be displayed, which allows you to search for medicines. Once you have entered the necessary information, this results screen is displayed. You can check the medicines that the patient requires and enter the quantity. Once you have done this, you click on the Add to Cart button and the information will be added to the patient cart. By clicking on the Start Prescription Drug Order button under the Pharmacy, the screen is displayed. You can enter the necessary information to find the specific patient. This screen will be displayed showing the patient's search results, and you then can select the patient. Patient appointments will be displayed, allowing you to be able to select an appointment. Prescription medicines that were given or prescribed during appointment will be displayed. The next feature of the hospital management system we will discuss is housekeeping. By clicking on the Housekeeping Service button from the main menu, the screen is displayed. This allows for the entering of housekeeping requests and the completed housekeeping requests along with room inspection information, all to be recorded in the system. This ensures that the facilities are maintained in a healthy and protected manner. The next feature we will discuss is room administration. The room administration feature provides the capability to add, update, search, and delete room information. The next two screens display the information that can be administered. This displays some of the options that are available when you are adding or updating room information. You can also identify the number of beds in each room. This information is necessary when checking a patient into the hospital. This provides the ability to identify open beds in the appropriate hospital units, such as ICU, and can also identify rooms that have the necessary equipment. The next feature we will discuss is the hospital maintenance request. This is used by the hospital maintenance staff to manage the hospital facility. When adding a maintenance request, this screen allows you to identify the exact problem that the maintenance staff will need to address. The request can then be tracked and updated by the maintenance staff. The next feature we will discuss is inventory control. This provides the hospital the ability to track inventories of hospital items such as medicines and medical supplies. This screen displays all of the functions that are available in the inventory control system and is used for tracking inventory levels, orders, sales and deliveries. Our inventory management software enables the organization to avoid product overstock and outages. Please note that you can also determine what fields are displayed by clicking on Update Inventory Display Information. By clicking on Search Product, the following screen is displayed. This screen displays the products that meet the search criteria entered on the previous screen. From the previous screen, you can click on the product and view the product details information. If you would like to know more about the inventory control system, please watch the inventory control video or the inventory control PowerPoint presentation. The next feature we will discuss is asset management. Our asset management software allows you to record and track an asset throughout its life cycle, from procurement to disposal. The system provides an organization with information such as location of the assets, staff members or departments which use the assets, how the assets are being utilized and details about the assets. The asset management software is used for management of both software and hardware assets. Please note that you have the ability to determine what information is displayed by clicking on Update Asset Display Information. By clicking on Search Asset Information, this screen is displayed. Based upon the search criteria entered on the previous screen, the search results are displayed. From this screen, you can click on an asset to view the asset details. This screen displays the asset details. If you would like to know more about the asset management system, please watch the asset management video or the asset management PowerPoint presentation. The next feature we will discuss is the hospital management reporting capabilities. The system comes with canned hospital reports, employee reports, work schedule reports, and payroll and timesheet reports. There is also an ad hoc report engine that allows you to build and save your own reports. The report selection screen provides the option to either select an existing employee report or to create a new report. In our example, we will create a new report. This is done by selecting Create a Report. In our ad hoc report selection, we will focus on data fields associated with employee information, payroll information, and job information. Select Make Ad Hoc Report Selections and the fields associated with these three categories of information will be displayed. A total of 7 fields have been selected to be displayed on the report. One or more of these 7 fields can likewise be used as selection criteria in creating the report. Select Ad Hoc Report Selections to continue the process of creating an ad hoc report. In our example, we have identified the display order of the 7 fields selected for the report, with the sorting being strictly by last name only. Please note, for all 7 fields to be identified and listed on the report, they must be assigned a display order. For example, although date hired was a field we initially selected to be on the report, if we omit that from being in the display order, the date hired field will not be displayed on the report. Select Ad Hoc Report Selections to move to the next step in creating the ad hoc report. In our example, we only want employees who are managers or supervisors. Select Ad Hoc Report Selections and our ad hoc report is created. In our test database, these are the managers or supervisors. Once the report is created, the report can be saved or emailed by clicking the applicable tabs. In our example, we will select Save Report. The final step in saving the ad hoc report would be to associate the report with one of the viewing types and section names. In our example, we'll associate this report with the section entitled Employee Information. Select Save Report Information and the following screen is displayed to confirm the test report 2 has been saved.